So today I'm planning to show you about what is data variable and what is data types and how many data types we have. And also I can show you how you can store memory address location. So I'm gonna discuss about what is memory address location in the variable. So when you define variable, so variable is basically store your data in memory. So I'm gonna show you complete programming code how actually when you define your data variables in program, so how your data variables store in memory. So now I'm gonna create first project which called name of project. I say how data stored in memory. Now I'm click on the properties and I just want to choose the project I want to run. And I can also add some source file here as usual. You already know that. And then I click add. Or the easiest thing I can just simple copy this one whole code. So I don't need to write again. So here I'm declare preprocessor, which we call standard input output library. I have already discussed everything in the first video and second video. So today I'm going to show you how many types of data variables. So let me explain first what is actually data variable. So data variables is basically simple store data in memory. Store data. So the question is that how many we have data. So we have data like whole numbers, fraction numbers. We have like simple characters. We call simple characters like simple characters. Or we have also sequence of characters. So when I'm talking about whole number, so always remember that we use whole number integer. So int stands for integer, or integer always hold the whole number. And second, when I'm talking about fraction, so we have two data types, float and double. So this float and double type hold fraction numbers. And finally, we have character, which simple like store characters, single characters. For example, like A, B, and C. And we have also string data type, which we use like character or the sign open bracket and curly open braces and curly braces. Is this symbol is basically we also call array brackets, and we use array purpose. So for example, like sequence of characters. So sequence of characters, I mean so many characters included in sequence of characters. Okay. So the first thing I would like to show you how you actually store integer variable. So you just simply say integer when you write I and T. So IntelliSense show you integer. So integer variable. So integer A is simple variable name. Like so you can choose any variable name. So here I'm choosing A is equals to 4. Okay. So what happened when you define integer A is equals to 4? So always remember when you define integer A is equals to 4, or I say integer A is equals to 42. So what happened? You can see here computer program create a memory slot, create a memory, store this variable A in memory, and 42 is basically variable value, A is basically variable name, So now you can see here is a variable, this is a variable value, and also create the unique address, unique memory address location, hexadecimal. So this is computer by default generate this hexadecimal value, which is called the memory address location. So okay, now I'm gonna display this information A. So I say comma. So always remember printf have two function parameters. First parameter we define text or format specifier, or another parameter always where we distinct parameters by comma. So when we use comma, you can see here we can define different parameters. So in this second parameter, I define the variable name is a because I want to display this a information. Okay, and now I'm gonna click return here or zero. So I say print here. I just want to like use this escape character. So because the reason is that I just make a space between my results. Yeah. Also now I click the button here, execute the program and see what happened. No. Why it's giving me yeah, semicolon, forgotten semicolon. Hello world. But I can see here my number A is not displayed. Or I simply say I can change the name. For example, I say H. Or I say H. Yeah. I say my ages. My ages. The reason is that why code is not displayed because I need to define format specifier. So what does that mean? Format specifier. So always remember format specifier is basically especially like when you use to format your data, format your variable data, because if you want to display your variable data inside this text, then you need to define this format specifier. So we have a special format we call percentage in D, or D stands for digits. So for example, if you want to display your digits data, then you have to use this format we call percentage or D. So D stands for digits. So what happened like when you run the program and see yes, so you say my age is 42. So what happened is basically this value is replaced here. Format specifier replace your the current value, current index value of this age. So for example, if I click and I check what is the variable of age is, let's see here is 42. Okay, now I can see here my value is 42. And what happened when this line of code is run, execute, compiler is basically replace like this age value is replaced here in format specifier. And then you click here and then you can see here your age is display 42. Okay, so now you can see how is basically my hard coded integer variable is stored and display here. And second thing, I would like to check also memory address location, unique memory address location of my variable. So I say address location of address memory location of my variable, memory location of my variable, variable age. So how you can check? Very simple. Like you say printf and you say address location of my variable age here. I simple copy paste colon, and then you have need percentage sign or p. So p stands like p, especially we use for we especially use this format specifier for unique hexadecimal or memory address location. So this is also format specifier, but the only difference between this or this is basically for digits or this for memory address location. Find out memory address location. So here I'm gonna say percentage sign P or comma here, and then I'm say H. Okay. So when I click here, this variable, and then I say colon or run the program and see how it works. Now our program is run successfully, and now you can see here unique memory address location is show. So maybe more classify, I use here underscore slash n for next line to the cursor, then I can see properly. And now you can see here this age variable, and now you can see here this is my age variable. Age value is 42, and now it's replaced by it show the unique memory address location. So what is unique memory address location? Unique memory address location you can also find here, this one here. So this is the unique memory address location show of the age. And now I click here and see, I can show you on the main screen, and now you can see here this is the unique memory address location. So always remember, when you define simple variable in the program is basically create a unique memory address slot of the memory which represent your data. Data is stored, and data has value, which is data name is age. For example, data variable name is age, and data value is 42, and this age and the memory address location of this variable age is this unique, which represent in hexadecimal. So thank you very much today class. So hopefully I'm going to show you next class how you can take input